Ladies and gents, boys and girls, man, welcome back to the Ghetto Wealthy Podcast. It's me, your favorite podcaster, the one that's always here to start problems and stir up trouble. Mr. Funkadelic Jones in the building, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio and Amazon. Everywhere your boy is listed because I'm just that global. Your boy is out here, man. Now let's get down to business. Just like Cardi B said, what was the reason? What was the reason? That's exactly what I'm about to touch on today. What was the reason? Now I know a lot of people probably wonder, like, well, Funk, where are you going with this? Because in most situations, there is a reason for the outcome. In most situations. You ever hear somebody say, oh, they did this for no reason, they did that for no reason? Hell to the no. There was a reason behind this. But you are not telling us why they did this. Why was that their action? And that's where people confuse me. Now, I would say this to start off and be nice. In most cases, I would say the only time I would say that's justifiable of this happened for no reason is more for like stuff like cars get stolen, or when people either cars get stolen, they get robbed at gunpoint, people get killed. Well, the kill thing I'm gonna touch more on, but like when people get like robbed at gunpoint too, those are gray areas because let's put it like this. Innocent people will get killed every day for no reason, right? Every day. It could be a dude just walking down his block trying to go to his house. What happened? Got some dudes on the corner. They killed him just because he was walking home. That's for no reason. You can't sit there and say, well, the reason was he was walking home. Like, what else is he supposed to do? If he don't drive, if public transportation is how he commutes, then that's what he gotta do. Right? That's the same. I would say public transportation is another one because being from the DC area, riding public transportation is one of the most ghetto things you can ever see in life. You understand? People used to get beat up, jumped, and all that on public transportation just because. You understand? Like I've seen kids fight the drivers. Kids be arguing with the drivers when they in the wrong. I mean, what's the reason why you did what's the reason you did all of that with the driver? You were in the wrong the entire situation. So what's the reason why you got up and tried to fight the driver? You literally snuck on the bus. How you trying to fight the driver? You snuck on the bus. They doing their job. But see, at the end of the day, that's the part that people don't want to tell them. They was like, well, what's the reason why the driver was arguing with you? Man, he was arguing for no reason. I was just sitting down. No, he was arguing with you because you snuck on the bus. He wanted you to pay your fare. That's what it was. But see, when you tell everybody else, you tell your mama, you tell your homies around the way, you tell everybody the story, they're like, man, he was geeking, man, he was being pressed, he was doing this. He wasn't pressing you out. He was pressing you because you breaking the rules. That's what they was pressing you about. He can't let you slide and then everybody else, hold on, brother, you come on, you good. Oh, whoa, go ahead and pay that fee. He can't do that. He can't just let you slide. He can't do that in front of other people because then now people gonna look at it and be like, well, you just let him on the bus. Why I gotta pay you just let him slide? That doesn't make any sense. So there was a reason behind that. But most of the time, some of these killings are for no general reason. You understand? For no general reason. Y'all, like, most of these school shootings that happen be for no, so like some of them be for, like, I would say the elementary school shootings, right? When the kids get killed in the elementary, I'm like, these are kids. These are like 8, 9, like 5, 6-year-olds. They're going to school. That's what they're supposed to do. That's where they're supposed to be at. You can't sit there and say they were at the wrong place at the wrong time. They're in school. It's the middle of the day. Where else they supposed to be at? But if you got a guy just walking into a elementary school and get the shooting at the school, he killed them kids for no reason. You understand? The dude that shot up the church, they killed the 9 people in the church. They were supposed to be in church. They wasn't bothering nobody. What happened? He was in the church building. You understand? So he killed them for no reason. They in the church praising the Lord. They minding their business. They ain't got no beef with this dude. But this dude literally just walked into the church and started shooting up the church. You understand? Same, and again, the list can go on and on. Like the grocery store situation I think happened in Buffalo. People are doing the day-to-day essential things that they are supposed to do, like going grocery shopping. Everybody on the planet goes grocery shopping. But yet you got a gunman who walks into a grocery store and get the shooting off in the grocery store. What was the he had no reason to shoot up a grocery store. He just wanted to shoot up a grocery store. That's not a valid reason. Now, when you hear a lot of school situations when they be like, kids bring guns to school, some of them be for no reason, and some of them do be valid reasons. Like a kid might get bullied. A kid might get bullied all the time. So what do? They bring protection to school. You know what I'm saying? So when the principal or their parents ask, well, why do you have this? Because they getting bullied in school. That's why they have it. They trying to protect themselves. Because you know what I mean? Like, especially the world we live in today, a lot of these cats is grimy. So, yeah, that's why kids bring guns and knives and stuff to school. You know what I mean? Like, we live in an unfair world nowadays where people don't even fist fight no more. People instantly ready to shoot you. So, it's better to, you gotta fight 5 with 5, man. You can't bring a sword to a knife fight. You know what I mean? You ain't no martial artist that can dodge bullets and stuff and break bullets and stuff. You can't do that. Nah. So that's why I say there's a valid reason to that. Now, when I say the whole killing situation, people getting robbed, I would look at it like this. If you in the streets, there's always going to be a reason. There's always a reason why somebody who's in the streets, there's always a reason why they get killed. You can't be in the streets and say, oh, I never got, you know what I mean? You can't be in the streets and say, oh, there was no reason why this dude killed me. There's always a reason. You know what I mean? Because you might got old enemies, might got ops, you got people that hated that you came up. It's a lot of reasons. It's a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of reasons why people get killed, especially these street dudes. They get killed all the time for a reason. You can't go rob homie on the corner. You can't go in somebody else's hood, shoot up somebody else's hood, sleep with somebody else's girl, go rob his man, rob one of your ops and stuff like that. Then when they come back, get to busting at you, now they talking about some, man, it's just sad, man. Like people out here killing for no, it was a reason why they came around that neighborhood looking for him. Like you cannot skip over the fact that what he did, y'all not gonna skip over what he did. He went around there with their neighborhood, robbed one of their mans, slept with his girl, shot at one of his homies, killed one of their homies, killed one of his ops. He did a whole bunch of things. So when somebody is coming back to him, that's why they say in this world, what goes around comes around. Cause you can't go in somebody else's hood, shoot at somebody else, and then when they come back around your hood and you get killed or your mans get killed, now they say, well, what's the reason? That's the reason right there. Y'all was beefing with another hood. Guess what? You do something to them, they gonna come back to you. Simple as that. So that's a reason. But when you see like innocent people get killed every day, you can't just be like, oh, wrong place at the wrong time. He's literally on his street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he was just out and about somewhere. He on his street. He got killed on his street. Like, when people wake up and their car is just gone, somebody stole their car, right? You can't say like, what was the reason? That's literally there's no reason. They don't have no enemies. They ain't got nobody looking for them. They got no stalkers. They ain't got nothing. They just woke up and their car is just gone. That means some asshole just stole their car in the middle of the night for no goddamn reason. That's a no reason type of clause right there. So you can't say, maybe they, bro, if they just are everyday citizen, right? They a regular 9 to 5 Joe. That means they don't bother nobody. They go to their nice government job. They come home. And they wake up and their car is just stolen. What's the reason why their car gets stolen? Some jackass just broke into their car and stole it. That's not a valid reason to steal somebody's car just because you want to. You think I wake up every day and just be like, I'm going to do this just because I want to. You know what? I'm going to go break into somebody's house just because I want to. That's not a valid reason to go break into somebody's house. I don't break into people's houses. I'm just using it as an example. But I'm just saying, you don't know who wakes up and just be like, I'm going to just break into somebody's house. Like, this is why I couldn't be, because if somebody came to me like, yeah, man, we about to go kick in somebody's door. For what? For what? Like, what is that going to do for us? We just kicking in somebody's door just because? So basically we taking a chance with our life, kicking in somebody's doors, breaking into somebody's house. Hopefully they got some valuables that we can make some money off of. That makes entirely no sense whatsoever. Like, bro, that makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you can look at it from the friends aspect. There's always a reason, especially why a lot of friends stop talking to each other. There's always a valid reason. There's always a reason behind it. You cannot sit right here and say, they stopped talking for no reason. No, there's a reason. Now, depends on what that reason is, will determine if that should be the action or not. You know what I'm saying? If I look at everybody that I went to high school with, we was super tight. Like, everybody was hanging with everybody and stuff like that. Some people might have been cool with others, but that's all right. You know what I mean? We always cool. Do I talk to them? Do I talk to a lot of them now? No, I don't. Did we have a falling out? No, we didn't. So they be like, so somebody come to me like, hey, yo, you still talk to such and such? No, I don't. No, I don't. They be like, well, dang, man, I used to be tight in high school. I know. As we got older, we grew apart. They went their way. They went their way doing their thing. I went my way and I'm doing my thing. It's just that simple. There's no bad blood, there's no beef. It's just we grew apart. That's a normal function in everyday life when you get older. And if I got any teenagers that's watching this show, understand this. That's normal. So those friends you got in high school that you see every day, you get lit with, blah, blah, blah. A lot of that changes when you graduate. When y'all go away to college, when you go away to college, one college, they go to another college, then y'all start getting involved in other circles. Then y'all notice how y'all friendship kind of just changed, right? Y'all hit each other up and like, hey, what's up? Hey, how are you? Hey, I ain't heard you in a while. Like, you notice how the conversation gets slimmer and slimmer. Y'all starting to grow apart. Y'all going separate ways. Now, I know when they say friendships, you don't have to talk to your friend every day to know that the friendship is still there, but when you start noticing like things get smaller and smaller and then like conversations just start to really disappear, y'all really did grow apart. But like I always say, at the end of the day, if I run into anybody that I was cool with in high school, I'm talking about like, not people I just knew, because I ran into people that I know, but I'm talking about people that was in my immediate circle, I'll have a conversation with them and I'm going to go about my day. It ain't going to be no bad blood because I didn't remember it ending. I didn't remember it ending being on some like, oh, well, you know, like, fuck them, stuff like, nah, I don't remember it like that. I don't even think none of us ended on some like, fuck y'all, fuck them, man, they did all this. Nah. So That's why I said when people say, oh, they just stopped talking to me for a reason. If they stop talking to you for a reason, that means there's a reason why y'all don't talk anymore. Because I just gave you mine. I said we grew apart. But if you trying to throw it one side and be like, they just stopped talking to me, well, what did you do that caused them to stop talking to you? That's what I want to know. Because you can't sit right here and fool me and say they stopped talking to me. Okay, you putting all the spotlight on them, but now it's time to put the spotlight on you. And what did you do to them that made them stop talking to you? Because you can't sit right here with a straight face and say, oh, like, you know, they just stopped talking to me, quote unquote. You know what I mean? It had to be some type of bad blood, some type of falling out, or anything like that, you know? But you can look at it from a lot of different aspects and a lot of different angles. Because there's always a reason in life. There's always a reason. And that's why they always say what goes around comes around. Like we tackled the friends thing. Let's tackle jobs. There's always a reason in jobs. I don't even get why people say they did this to me for no reason. There's always a reason in why something happens at the job. You understand? There's always a reason. Now, like I said, depends on what happened. This is why I always try to get everybody's story before I just instantly just be like, oh man, yeah, they did. Like, I don't know why they did that. No, I need to know everybody's story and everybody's reason behind it before I just justify and be like, yeah, they did kind of do that. That wasn't necessary. They ain't had to go that far. It wasn't no reason for all that. You know, I need to know everybody's side of the story before I just instantly just be like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Why they do that? No. You know, people get written up at the job. They're like, man, they just wrote me up for what? Man, I don't know. I ain't do nothing, man. I was just doing my work. Then all of a sudden you see the boss come up there or something like that. And they be like, they caught you on their phone. They caught you on your phone. But everybody else be on their phone. But they didn't catch everybody else. They caught you. You understand? They caught you. Why you worrying about everybody else? They caught you. If it comes to everybody else, I'm sure they'll write everybody else up. Or you was late to work, right? You supposed to be working at 8:30. You walking in the door at 8:45 or 8:40. You know what I'm saying? You was 10 minutes late. Man, I got written up for nothing. What'd you get written up for? Because you was late. That's the reason why you got written up, because you was late to work. You can't sit there and say they wrote you up for no reason. There's the reason right there. You was late for work. So don't try to spin it. Don't try to make them look like the asshole boss and be like, oh, yeah, I just wrote them up just because I don't like them. Like if a boss is really just writing you up just because they don't like you, that happens, but sometimes it's portrayed the wrong way. Because they were like, man, the boss really don't like me. Well, what is it that you're doing that's causing them not to like you? What is the reason why they don't like you? Do you be talking back? Do you be disrespectful? Like, what do you be having going on that's causing them to not like you? Because there is a justifiable reason here that they don't like you. You understand? They don't like you. Now, granted, I've had bosses who probably wasn't a big fan of me because of probably my demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they ask me something, I'm like, look, I'm gonna give it to you straight. Nah. You know, I had a boss when I was working loss prevention. She pretty much told her homegirl that I was trouble. Because otherwise, what would be the reason why this lady would sit in front of me and say, I heard you was trouble? You know what I'm saying? What was the reason why you sit in front of me and say that? Because you heard that from somebody. So you automatically assume that that's the type of person that I am. So that's how I knew I rubbed my boss the wrong way somehow. Based on probably my demeanor, probably just how I carry myself sometimes. That's probably made her some, oh yeah, he's trouble. He's trouble. He's this, he's that. So that caused your friend to come to me and say, I heard you was trouble. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's how it is. So, but I look at my situation, like I said, when I got jumped freshman year in high school, that was a situation of for no valid reason on my part. You know what I mean? Because when you're in high school, you got class with a whole bunch of people. You don't keep the same class at every class you go. Like you go to English to math, you don't keep the same people. Now you might got the same class with same people, but that's about it. So literally, like I said, I had science with the guy. Didn't even know the guy like that. I sat in the front of class, I sat on one side of class, he sat on another. Like I didn't even know swim like that. So when I got jumped in freshman year, jumped in high school, and I seen him and his boys, I was just like, well, what's the reason? What's the reason? Like the little MP3 player that I had, I was like, that's your reason why you jumped me because of this little cheap ass MP3 player? Like that's not a valid reason. That's not a valid reason to walk up to somebody and be like, yo, I'm about to walk up, we about to steal his iPod today. That's not a valid reason. That's something that, like I said, that goes back to you're doing it because you want to do it. All right, we about to jump him and steal his MP3 player. Why? Because we want to. Because we want to. Not because we have to, because we want to. You understand? So that's why I said that was one of the cases of, we just wanted, we about to take this from him. We about to jump him, set him up because we want to. They were like, did he do it? Did he say anything to you? Nah. Did he do anything? So like, that's why I say, like, me personally, I could never be in a situation like that. When it comes to, like I said, I'm not gonna kill nobody, I'm not gonna rob nobody, nothing like that. So if I was ever in that type of position, and someone, if I'm one of the people that's in the background, they're like, oh yeah, what we about to do? They're like, yeah, we about to set dude up. We about to jump swim, bro. Get that we about to set jump swim, get that MP3 player. I'm like, yeah, did he say something to you? Nah. Like, do you know him? Nah, he just in my class. So what? They're like, wait, what? I would be that guy. I'll be like, whoa, back this up for me. So you waiting for this guy to come out this store so we can jump him and rob him for no apparent reason? Like, yeah. Man, let's go home, bro. That's the dumbest stuff I've ever. I'm like, man, let's go, man. You about to rob this dude for what? I'm thinking he one of your ops or something. I'm thinking you know dude personally. I'm thinking he said something to you. I'm thinking he was just like, yo, see me out to school or something. Then I'd be like, okay. Oh, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Y'all, if he was talking trash in school and now all of a sudden this happened to school, you caught him lacking, that's different. But you don't know dude, you never spoke to dude, you just want to rob him just because. So we about to go rob this dude just because. And see, this is why them just because situations always get you in a position where you just be like, dog, like we caught him in some nonsense because of a just because type of situation. We're doing this just because. You know what I'm saying? Why you sleeping with homeboy's girl? Because I want to. And then you wonder why when he's coming to look for you, now all of a sudden you feeling like, bro, like, man, like what you doing all that for, man? You coming to fight me over? No, he's not coming to fight you over a female. He's coming to fight you over his female. You understand the difference? That's the reason. You make it seem like he's just trying to fight you for some random female that both y'all potentially like. No, he's dating her. You're not. So in his right mind, I get it. It's just his girl, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But if he's dating her, that's his girl. If you messing with his girl, he gonna be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you slept my girl behind my back and all? They be like, what, man? What? Like, that's why I say, guys, like, justifiable reasons. Like, so when people be like, well, what? They be like, well, they did this for no reason. Bro, there's always a reason. Remember that. Now, the final piece to this is the most common one that I'm sure everybody know where I was going. When people in relationships use, they did this for no reason. You know damn well when we all been in a relationship to know stuff happens for a reason. All the time. All the time. I can use myself as a perfect example. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard girls tell me like they was healing, quote unquote, right? Again, like I said, why would you give me your number if you're healing? Like, what was the reason that you gave me your number if you was healing? You understand? What was the reason that you gave me your number if you pretty much about to just ghost me? You know, what was the reason? Don't waste my time and yours. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make any sense. But I think the most craziest thing ever is when a girl leave a guy, he instantly be in that joint like, man, fuck people, like, man, fuck that bitch, fuck, man, forget her, man, this. They be like, yo, what happened, bro? Like, man, she just left. For what? Man, I don't even know, bro. I didn't do nothing. Bro, you lying right then and there. The fact that you said with a straight face, like, man, I ain't even do nothing, bro. She just up and just left. What you do? You probably cheated. Probably wasn't respecting her. Probably wasn't making her feeling special or none of that. It's a reason why she left you. She didn't just wake up and say, you know what? I'm breaking up with you. Peace. Gone. No, there's a reason behind it, but you just don't want to tell us what was the reason why she left you. Same thing from a lady's aspect. Same thing with a lady's aspect, right? Because I've heard this multiple times. When a girl be like, I didn't do anything. You did something. You probably was disrespecting them. You probably had a side dude and got caught. You probably using him for his money. There's a list that goes on and on about why he just picked up and just left. You probably disrespecting this man. He probably wasn't good enough for you, and it's a number of reasons of why this man just picked his shit up and just dipped. You cannot tell me with a straight face that this man just picked this stuff up and just dipped just because. You probably wasn't making him happy. He probably want to be with somebody else. I don't know. There's a number of if he want to be with somebody else, then that clearly means you failing somewhere somehow. I'm just saying. Cause like most people say, and this is a common logical fact for anybody's in a relationship. If somebody break up with you and they in a relationship the next week, that person been there the whole damn time. I'm being dead serious with you. Right? When I got out of my last situation, that was the first thing that my ex asked me. She was like, is it another woman? No, that's not the reason why I'm breaking up with you. The reason why I'm breaking up with you is peace. Like, I'm sick and tired of being disrespected in here. That's the reason why I'm breaking up with you. It ain't got nothing to do with another female. I'm not breaking up with you to get into another relationship. I can't speak for everybody, but it's crazy to go from one relationship to be like, you know what, this relationship is done. Let me move on to this one. No. I'm breaking up with you because I'm tired of dealing with this nonsense in this relationship. I'm going for peace. That's the reason why I'm breaking up with you, for peace. It ain't like I got somebody waiting for me, but that's not the reason why I'm breaking up with you. You dig what I'm saying? So that would be that situation. But when it comes to relationships, it's always a reason. Like I said, man, I know everybody gonna hate me when it comes to even like abusive relationships. It's the same thing. Toxic relationships. I mean, yo, if somebody this is why I say this. This is why I say for me, right here, right now. You only get one sympathy card from me. And then after that, if you keep repeating it, it becomes an excuse. I'm just going to say that right here, right now. It becomes an excuse. You get one sympathy card from me. If a girl comes to ask me for advice about her dude, like, I don't know why I keep dealing with him. Like, no, you don't sit there and tell me why you ask you to, I don't know why I keep dealing with him. I don't know why I keep. First of all, you know why you keep dealing with him. Don't sit right there and say, this man be doing you dirty, this man don't treat you right, he do all these things. And I'm asking you, what is the reason why you still with him? I don't know why I still do. Don't give me, I don't know. You know the reason why you still dealing with him. Fellas, y'all the same way. Like, man, I need to get rid of Shorty, man. Like, she be popping in my job. She got me fired. Man, she bust my windows. She slashed my tires. I'm like, yo, what's the reason why you still with her? Man, I don't even know why I still deal with her. You know exactly why you still deal with her. Cause I'm be real with you. You will never hear me. You will never hear me say, oh, like you would never hear me say, if I wake up, a girl bust my windows, slash my if she literally be on some next Friday type stuff, she didn't key my car, bust my windows, slash my tires, and somebody asked me, well, why you still deal with her? You really think I'm gonna hit you with the, man, I don't even know why I still deal with her, man. If somebody say, oh, I don't know why I deal with it, bruh, you're done. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Don't talk to me about no more relationship problems. Okay? Don't talk to me about nothing. I'm not going to deal with a girl who's going to bust my windows and slash my tires. You know how much tires cost? You know how much it costs to fix a window? I'm just saying, people, come on now. Like that's why I say at the end of the day, man, it becomes an excuse. That's all I'm going to say. It becomes an excuse. So if you guys just don't ever say that it's for no reason, because there's always a reason behind everything. And I mean every goddamn thing. With that being said, ladies and gents, that's my time. It's your boy Funkadelic Jones. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Go.